Hi there. My name is Dave Seaweed. I'm the Indigenous Coordinator at Douglas College. I'm Sďwməthkվəy, born and raised in East Vancouver. I would like to acknowledge that I'm sharing with you today on the Sďwməthkվəy First Nation, the newest Minster Band, and thank Chief Ronald Larrabee for supporting our work here. As is my understanding, the word Vancouver Festival is spread throughout the Lower Mainland, and so would also like to acknowledge Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, Squamish, Coquitlam nations. We acknowledge that we are on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish people, where we live, we learn, we play, and we do our work. In the post-secondary environment, I am often asked why we acknowledge territory. Many organizations, governments, and school districts have adopted the practice of acknowledging territory as a way to honor and show respect to the original inhabitants of the land. The practice enables the wider municipal communities to share in Aboriginal cultures and leads to better relationships and understandings. Observing this practice connects participants with the traditional territory and provides a welcoming atmosphere to the land where the people are gathering. We believe that acknowledging territory is a positive step towards reconciliation, which involves a commitment to learning about and understanding the real history of Canada's Aboriginal peoples and taking responsibility for reconciliation with Aboriginal peoples in Canada. Anybody can acknowledge a territory. It's not necessary to have an Aboriginal person from the territory to do the acknowledgement. Only members of the traditional territory can welcome guests to the territory. It's respectful to invite a member of the local First Nation to perform a welcome instead of an acknowledgement of the traditional territory. I mentioned unceded and wanted to share that unceded means that the First Nations people never ceded or legally signed away their lands to the Crown or to Canada. A traditional territory is a geographic area identified by a First Nation as the land, and they, on their own ancestor traditional, occupied and used. 95% of British Columbia, including Vancouver, is on unceded traditional First Nations territory. My responsibility in my role is to support First Nations, Métis, and Inuit students in all aspects of their academic life and well-being. We do academic advising, funding support, counseling, lots of cultural awareness, and holistic support with our elders. As Indigenous people, we have embraced the cultural awareness brought about from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report and its 94 calls to action, the MMIW&G Reclaiming Power in Place, and the In Plain Sight report about the Indigenous specific racism and discrimination in BC healthcare. The Ministry of Advanced Education has told post-secondaries that they must incorporate Truth and Reconciliation and UNDRIP in the institution and the mandate letter, and Douglas College Indigenous Initiatives is in its 5-year strategic plan. Some of you may know that at DC, our event, magazine, Poetry and Prose team started up a yearly event called Aboriginal Voices, which was a platform for the Indigenous readers and writers to share their literary works. I walked through the agenda and the workshop descriptions for this upcoming event, and some of them piqued my interest. So I'll be sure to try and register for a couple of them. I am wishing you all the best during your time with the Word Vancouver 21. Stay strong and stay safe. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.